Happy Songkran tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And thank you for coming on and joining Coopersthaiadventure live stream with myself, Cooper, and my sidekick, Mr. Brooke Schneider. Thank you, Brooke, for coming on and joining us as always.
Good to be here.
It is good to be here. And have you gotten wet yet?
No. I'm staying away from that nonsense.
It is Songkran, and it is in full effect right now in Thailand. And today's live stream is going to be a two-parter. First off, we're going to talk about Songkran, what's happening in Thailand. And then the second part of the live stream, we're going to talk about a certain YouTube vlogger, Russian-American YouTube vlogger, that's looking at some serious hard time in the Philippines.
He's been naughty, has he?
He's been very naughty and not nice.
Ooh.
So we're going to be talking about exactly what's going on with him and what a real piece of S he is. So without further ado, let's get into today's live stream. So we're smack dab in the middle of Songkran right now. Water festivals going on all around the place. The big one is going to be happening on the 20th, I believe, of this month, which is going to close down most of the streets because it's just going to be sure traffic madness. Traffic jam and everybody getting wet. It's the big last day of the Songkran festival here in Pattaya. Now, the Thai government did come out with some news, and they do this every Songkran to make the public aware. So we'll start with the bad news. There's been over 40 deaths so far this Songkran. What's it down to? Motorcycle drivers, predominantly between 20 and 30 years old, getting drunk, having accidents. On straight roads, not even bended roads, straight roads. And it's been happening early hours of the morning, late hours of the afternoon, drunk from the night before, going home, whatever, or getting drunk at lunchtime and then going back home, whatever. And over 40 people have died on motorbikes so far.
That's kind of normal, though, isn't it?
Every year.
I mean, even week to week, a lot of that happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
People not paying attention.
Obviously, with the festival, it's probably gotten a little worse.
Yeah, it's one of those party times of the year, and people like to get drunk and don't always take a taxi home. Instead, think, oh, I can drive. Go way too fast.
Yep.
Car pulls out of an intersection, boom, you're straight in the back of it. That's all she wrote.
And it's a national holiday.
Yes, for 1 week.
Yeah, like I think it started Saturday, they said.
Yeah.
And now does it end today? I wonder.
The 20th.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, officially ends on
the 20th. Because I drove by
immigration
immigration actually the last couple days on the way to the gym and closed.
Yeah.
You know, Monday closed, Tuesday
You'll find the
closed.
banks and immigration and a lot of places are closed
Wow.
for the whole Holy Week.
Hope they
we'll
keep
call
the
it.
ATMs filled, but who knows?
They tend to.
Okay.
They're pretty good at that. But yeah, so that is Songkran. Another piece of news in regards to Songkran is not everybody likes to participate in the water festivals. And some people don't want to go get wet. They just want to carry on with their day-to-day business and they don't want to get wet. Well, the government has brought in some tough fines and prison time. So if somebody tells you they don't want to get wet and you still make them wet, 3 days in jail and 1,000 baht fine. Yeah. Now Thais will predominantly listen to you and be like, okay, no problem. And you know, they don't get you wet. It's the foreigners that come out here
Trouble be the
that
foreigners.
don't care.
Yep.
The young bucks, yeah, I like to call them in Pattaya, and they don't care. They'll still get you wet. Well, those are the ones you're going to see the police wagons filled up with on their way to court, getting heavy fines. Now they said if somebody doesn't want to get wet and you damage their personal property, i.e., cell phones or expensive cameras, people come out here with expensive cameras, like to take pictures. It's a beautiful area. Why not? You could then be looking at 10,000 baht fine and up to 3 years in prison for getting them wet after they tell you no.
You're right.
They don't want part of the water festival. Yeah. And I know what people are going to say in the comments. Well, just stay out of the area. Well, how can you when the whole area is participating? You know, there's nowhere to go. And you still need to go do your daily shopping. You may need to go to the ATM, take money out. You may want to have a bite to eat or something like that. You know, and you're sitting there in a restaurant and some Yahoo comes up and all of a sudden throws a bucket of ice cold water on you while you're enjoying a meal. You know, things like that. And they want to put a stop to that. Yeah, if you want to participate in the water play, it's a great time. It's fantastic. I enjoy it. Then you can participate. But those that are in restaurants or on bot buses going to and from, you know, work or something, maybe, no, leave them alone. You know, they're just going around their daily business, you know. And so that's what the Thai government has said in regards to Songkran this year. If you do it and they tell you no, and they make a complaint to the police, you will be arrested. So forewarned is forearmed.
I'll tell you who's making a killing.
Who?
These guys selling these plastic water guns.
Oh, they do every year.
Everybody in there, and they're only good for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck storing them for the next year.
Yeah.
They probably get abandoned, but
yeah. So that's the Thailand news. Now let's move on to the Philippine news, and then we'll get on to the comments. There is a YouTuber, a Russian blogger. He goes by the name of Vitaly. And he lives in America. He has a green card.
Oh, he does.
He has a green card for the U.S. He's not an American citizen. He lives in America. And he's 34 years old. His YouTube channel is about traveling to foreign countries and harassing the people. He's a big guy, very muscular. He's got one of those faces that are sort of intimidating, you know. And he uses that to his advantage. He goes all over the world and he films his misdemeanors and felonies, you know, live on YouTube.
What did he do in the Philippines?
Well, he started off in the Philippines and he was harassing the women in the streets. He threatened to rob an elderly woman. He stole a policeman's motorcycle right in front of him. Ooh. Tried to take a handgun off a security guard, steal it. Went into a shopping mall, stole things from the shopping mall right in front of him, stealing security people's hats. Went into a restaurant and went behind the counter, started putting his hand in everybody's food, and threatened the restaurant staff, threatened the people. He's basically been arrested. The Filipino president, Mr. Bongbong Marcos, has been on TV yesterday and his own YouTube channel. He has his own social media channel, Bongbong Marcos. He went on there yesterday. And a lot of Filipinos are very upset what this guy's doing. He's been going around using bullying tactics, threatening the people with violence and everything else. And they're calling for his deportation. Well, the president went on national TV and his YouTube channel yesterday. It was streamed live on both. And he said, no, he will get deported, but first he's going to go to court and he's going to serve a minimum of 10 years. So right now he's in a Filipino jail.
Ooh, you won't like that.
Which 40 people to a cell about the size of your bathroom, Brooke. So not very big cell. And he's looking 2 to 3 years before he even gets sentenced. So he'll be in that county jail, they call it, for at least 2 to 3 years. And believe me, they are seriously overcrowded. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Kind of like the Manila Hilton.
Yep. But for him, he deserves it. He is a real piece of you-know-what.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they put him in jail. There's a lot of young bucks that go around and do this now, try and get to 1 million subscribers, get the big paychecks, $10, $20, $30,000 a month from YouTube. And they go around and they do this periodically. One got arrested in Japan just last month or the month before. And another one got arrested in South Korea. Vitaly's just got arrested in the Philippines. So their countries are not putting up with this. If you want to come to the country and visit for tourism, that's one thing. Behave yourself, obey the local laws. Don't go there harassing the locals, trying to put them down, and then for clickbait.
When I originally heard of that, I thought, well, there's got to be mental illness involved. But when you watch some of he's going for the clicks.
Yes.
He's going for the views and the clicks and, just being outrageous. And, good. Now he's going to pay the piper.
Yeah. And he's all over the news in a lot of countries, not just the Philippines. A lot of big YouTubers in the U.S. Have gone on and criticized him. Local TV channels and so forth in the U.S. have gone on and criticized him and basically saying, Philippines, throw the book at him. But here's the beauty of it all. Because he's on a green card, his green card states that he must spend a certain amount of time in America every year. Well, you can't.
No, not
he's
if he's
going to be
in the Crowbar Hotel.
He's going to be in the Crowbar Hotel, as we like to call it. Guess what happens to his green card?
Gandhi.
So guess who's going back to Russia?
Ooh,
Vitaly. Yep, exactly.
I thought he had a draft notice. Okay.
Yeah, he will not be going back to America after his prison sentence. His green card will expire, and I can guarantee you America consider him a non-desirable, and he won't be going back or renewing his green card after all this.
Good.
Yeah. So without further ado, let's get in live stream, and everybody's welcome to comment on their thoughts and about Thailand and this blogger in the Philippines. Who we got on there?
Richard
Bubba.
Duger. Bubba, have a bad day, Cooper and Brooke. Have a good day, Darlene and Jackie and the kids.
And thank you, Bubba.
Bubba, for that.
We'll have a great day, all of us.
Oh, Jesus.
Because the kids are here in Thailand. We went and picked them up Sunday night. I am not doing that again. We went out Sunday morning, got the early morning flight. I had zero sleep for 2 days. I was absolutely exhausted, hence why we didn't do the live stream Monday.
Well, flying out the same day and flying back the same day, that's a little bit too much.
Yeah, that was
next
exhausting.
time, take a night or two in the country.
Yeah, that's what I said to Darlene. Said, we ain't doing that again. So the kids are here in Thailand. And they're loving it, already loving it. Spent all day yesterday with them in hospital just for checkups. All right. Bunchy, our son, he's had ear infection that he got from swimming, and we wanted to get him to see an ear doctor and everything else. Second opinion never hurts. Leanne, she wears reading glasses, and she's been getting headaches lately. So I said, right, come on, we're going to go see the doctor, get your eyes checked. Because normally when you're somebody that wears glasses every day and you get headaches, that means your prescription's out of whack.
Yeah, out of whack.
And you need an adjustment. That's your body's way of telling you. So we went there, got her eyes tested. They put some drops in there and said, actually, her eyes aren't worse. We don't know what's causing the headaches. Let's go see a specialist. And we went and saw a specialist in the hospital. Very good. No appointments. We're just in and out. Super, super good in each department we went in. And they said that's her posture, the way she's sitting and laying when she's on the computer or watching TV or stuff like that. So they've given her some medication for that, told us to come back in a month's time, which the kids are staying here for 6 weeks during their summer vacation.
Nice visit.
And then we'll go back in a month's time. Yeah. And then we're going to go to the dentist next week, get all their teeth checked and good teeth cleaning.
Yep.
All that sort of stuff.
Well, better and quicker than maybe the Philippines.
Yeah. And then we made plans for the kids today. Some of our subscribers that are here that have children, we've invited them around to our condo today. Said, come on, let's go swimming. And your kids can play with our kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have a blast at the pool. Why not?
Richard Dugar, Bubba, retirement 2.0 started yesterday. I had enough of truck driving for a lifetime after this past weekend.
And I don't blame you, Bubba. I couldn't go back and do it for all the tea in China. I really couldn't. I did over 20 years over the road on a truck as a truck driver, both in the military and as a civilian. No, I'm done. I got my 1,000,000-mile medallion. That's it. A lifetime achievement award. A little metal tin thing. That's Bubba, it. I'm done.
Bubba was here for quite a few months.
Yeah.
But we all knew he had to go back to the U.S. to renew his truck driving license. I think more of a safety thing, in the future, in case because it's pretty difficult if you let it lapse to re-get it, let's say. And Montana had me laughing when he said, so Bubba's back there, he's driving, figuring he'll work part-time for part of the year, and then come back. And he says, like the first 2 weeks, Bubba's like a kid in a candy store, loving every minute of it. And he says, the next 2 weeks, by the end of that, I ain't ever doing this job again. I can't wait to quit.
I spoke to Bubba the other day on a video call, and he was showing me his truck. And I said, let me see inside. Let's see what it's like inside the cab. This truck is a dump. I don't want this truck. They can have it back. I'm done after this week. I'm done.
There you go. Tony Montana. Good morning, Cooper, Darlene, and Brooke, and Jackie, and all the gang. Congratulations to Bubba on your new house and retirement 2.0.
Yeah, hopefully he sticks with it.
Yeah.
He's done well in life. He doesn't need to work anymore.
Well, part of the thing in the U.S., be same in Canada, when you buy a house and, he'll need maybe a little bit of a mortgage on it, you ought to be employed. You actually have to have a job because they're going to say, well, how the hell are you paying for this, right? And I think that was part of the reason Bubba was back working. Just to get the mortgage. And apparently the day he signed the deal was the day he handed the truck back. Yeah, crazy. Jeffrey Spivey, I was coming to the Land of Smiles alone until my wife decided to take time off. I'll be there in 28th of April. That's coming up. And she will come May 7th. We can't wait.
Well, it'd be great to meet both of you.
Yeah, you'll both love it here.
Yeah, you're both going to have a fantastic time here, Jeff.
Yep. And good that she's coming too. Alpha Romeo. Hello, everyone. Hope all is well in the Land of Smiles.
And we are, Romeo. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, he's enjoying the cold climate back there, I would imagine. Terry Fallon from Bancroft. Good morning and evening, CBD. Guys, minus 14 centigrade and sunny on Sunday. Chance of snow tomorrow.
Yikes. That's
it.
I can see
Terry,
now.
don't put that snowblower away just yet. And here we are, almost the end of April.
Yeah, and thank you, Terry, for being a channel member and having the badge next to your name. And thank you, Philip Hunt and Roger Carpenter, for being channel members as well. Much appreciated.
Philip Hunt says, good morning, everyone. Day 2 in the Land of Smiles retirement. Well done. Having breakfast at the Wombat and Kiwi. Life is good. That's a good place for breakfast.
And it's a good place to have the Songkran, too. They always put a little paddling pool out there and fill it up with water. And the waitresses get out there and start splashing everybody. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good time.
Everyone probably needs to see Songkran once.
Yeah.
And we did that the year we arrived. We arrived the end of March. And April, towards the end of April was a thing. So Coop had told me, the Songkran's coming up. And be careful, you're going to get wet. So we're out touring on our bikes. Oh, yeah, there's guys. You got to learn to stay away and let a guy go in front of you because he'll get hammered and you nip by, right?
Yeah.
But after that first year, I had enough of that shit, man.
Did it once, that's it.
I'll be staying inside most of the week. Roger Carpenter, good morning, Coop, Darlene, Brooke, Jackie, and the kids. Have a great day.
And you too, Roger. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Terry Fallon, good for you, Philip.
Well done.
Alfa Romeo, Terry, I guess I won't complain that it's only 3 degrees here. Yeah, Stony Creek, Ontario.
Current weather over here was 31 degrees yesterday, pardon me. And when we're at the hospital, what did it do? Bucket down with rain. There you go. Everybody sweat.
Short and sweet.
Yeah. Lasted about 30 minutes.
Oh, we were swimming yesterday. And that was fun.
Mhm.
Yep.
Did
Pool's
it
great now.
Rained while you were in the pool?
No, you heard the thunder.
Mhm.
It's funny. You hear that sometimes, and nothing happens. And then I got out of the pool and went back. And by the time I got to the condo, it was coming down. So yeah. But we'd been in for over an hour, so that was enough.
Yeah.
Alpha says, Brooke, I have much pain, tax pain here in the Great White North. Tell me about it.
It's tax season.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. April 30th is the deadline. And geez, I had to pay this year, son of a gun. But oh, well, hey, as my old buddy used to say, if you got to pay taxes, at least you're making some money. So
yeah. And our first shout out goes to Ernie. He bought us 3 coffees. Says, good morning, Coop, Darlene, and Brooke from Oklahoma City. Thanks for all the information and your hard work. And thank you, Ernie. God bless you, brother. How did he do it? That QR code right there. Scan it with your phone. You can buy us a coffee. It costs $5, and it's much appreciated.
thank you.
Thank you.
Option trader, in my opinion, Songkran is nothing but BS. I do not want someone destroying my electronics with water. Appears the only way to avoid the madness is to stock up before and stay indoors.
That's what we tend to
Well,
do.
you can get these plastic covers, waterproof covers.
Yeah.
A lot of them will do that when they take their phones out, and probably same for your cameras. But yeah, it's actually a festival that attracts a lot of tourism. So it is actually probably good for the economy.
Several 100,000 in Bangkok yesterday.
Yeah.
During the water festival.
And everyone had smiles.
Yeah.
I mean, now obviously, I watched the videos. Let's just say the age demographic is a lot younger than this guy. You know what I mean? The average person. So
mid-20s.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Live and learn with Mike. Good morning, DJ Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene. I sure miss Thailand.
I hope you come back soon there, Mike.
Most people miss it when they're not here.
How's your father doing, buddy?
Terry Fallon, Alpha, only -2 up here in Bancroft. When will it end? Well, we're talking Canada, guys.
Come out to Thailand. It's beautiful, 31 degrees.
There's 2 seasons in Canada.
Cold and wet.
No, winter and July.
Winter and July. Okay.
I'm only kidding. It's not that bad. Michael Rebicki, Mr. Duggar, I retired after 45 years. Enjoy your retirement. Good evening, Brooke, Cooper, and Darlene. Michael from Montana. That's a big,
beautiful
sky country, I think.
Beautiful state, Montana. I love Montana.
Yep.
Absolutely
Nice.
Beautiful.
Philip Hunt, cheers, Terry. Rodney, good morning, Darlene, Cooper, Brooke, and Jackie.
Good morning, Rodney. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Alpha says, Vitaly the YouTuber is one disrespectful guy. Yes. Well, the Philippines are making an example of his actions. They are. Welcome to the new Manila Hilton, buddy.
Oh, he's going to hate it.
Oh, well, I saw a video, the world's 10 worst prisons. Guess what was on the list?
Philippines.
Yeah, Manila.
Oh, yeah. That is...
Same as Thailand with the Bangkok Hilton there.
It's actually worse than Thailand's Bangkok Hilton.
I would imagine.
Actually worse. And he's going to have to spend a pretty penny if he wants to have just some of modern comforts, like a fan in his cell. He'll be spending like 1 million pesos,
$20,000.
Yeah. To get decent food. If not, you're going to be eating the same thing everybody else is eating in there. And trust me, you won't be liking it.
No.
At all. It's barely enough to keep you alive. So being a big guy that he is, over 6 foot tall, over 220 pounds, quite stocky, he's going to need, some people helping him out. And they got a nationwide manhunt right now for his cameraman, who is his partner in all of his crimes.
Oh, yeah.
So what did the idiot do? He went out and live streamed where he was, an island in the Philippines. And the locals recognized where he was by one of the buildings in the background. So they know where he is, and he's on a nationwide manhunt. He's deleted all of his social media accounts so they can't find him. putting, I'm on the lam, running around Philippines, hoping not to get caught, trying to find a way to get out the country. And they're going to be arresting him shortly because they know exactly where he is. Stupid idiot.
Well, they know who he is, so he's not going to get through.
Oh yeah, his face is on
airport
every
or border
TV,
crossing or
every newspaper, every social media out there. They will find him and they will arrest him. And then
he probably won't get as long a sentence, but he definitely probably will.
They're
serve
saying
time.
they want to give him more.
The guy videoing,
the camera guy, yes, because it was all he made the plans of what they were going to do that day.
Oh, he was the brain.
He was the brains behind the operation, so they want to give him even more than what Pattaya is going to get. So he'll be looking at 20 years probably.
Yep. Well, anyways, Michael Rebecki, sorry, Jackie.
Hey, you forgot Jackie. Okay, no problem,
El Romeo at Terry. Everything is better in the land of smiles. Hope to meet you there soon. Yeah, Alpha can't wait. Scotty Richmond from California. Good morning, CBD, and everyone else watching. Scotty's planning on coming over here hopefully soon, and I think his wheels are in motion for that. So we'll see you, Scotty.
Yeah, I'd love to have you out here with us, Scotty.
Yep. Roger Walker. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Roger.
Mike Cuffin, good evening from Washington State, folks.
And good evening to you too.
That's way up in the
Mike.
Northwest.
Yeah. And just to go back to Roger for a second, Roger, I was looking at some old YouTube videos on our channel, and I came across your very first comment on our channel. And his very first comment was, "Hi, Cooper. I saw you on Calvin's live stream. I've just subscribed to your channel. I liked what you and Calvin did on the live stream." So thank you for that, Roger. I forget how many people actually came over from watching me and Calvin together from Sunshine Shoulders in the Philippines.
Way back.
And that was way back. And that was one of his first comments. I was like, oh, wow. Okay. Roger came from that start of our YouTube channel.
Yeah, so he's been around a while.
Yeah,
well done,
so
Roger.
Thank you for staying all this time. Much appreciated. I got that one next.
Glenn Shaw, I want to thank Coop and Brooke for their email responses to some questions. Very appreciative, Coop. Get that Escalade with spinners. See ya in late May.
I would love to. And what did Glenn call me? He said, I got a new name for you, Coop. He said, we should call you Coop Dog for Snoop Dogg. Because what did Snoop Dogg had? He had an Escalade with spinners on it. So yeah, I did like it ever since Snoop Dogg did that video.
Coop Dog.
The music video. I thought it was really cool, and I've been in love with Escalades ever since.
Good point. Alpha again. Coop, how do the kids like Thailand? Food, activities, beaches?
Okay, well, start with food. They had their first Thai dish today.
Okay.
We went to the supermarket after, went to the hospital yesterday, went to Tesco Lotus, and there's these cup of noodles that Darlene and I like, and they got pork in them and a little bit spicy. And I bought a bunch of them, and Darlene said, "Why are you buying so many?" I said, "The kids will love them. Trust me. They don't eat spicy food." I said, "Trust me, they will love them." So I get up 6 o'clock this morning. Leanne comes out the bedroom. "Oh, Daddy, you're awake?" "Yeah, I'm awake." And she goes in the kitchen. She says, "I'm going to make these cup of noodles for me and my brother Bunchy." "Okay, go ahead." So I said, "Put all the sachets in there." It comes with like 4 different sachets, and put them all in there. And she said, "Even the spicy one?" I said, "Even the spicy one." I said, "Trust me, you'll love it." I said, "It's not too spicy." I said, "It's a very nice spicy flavor." "Okay, Daddy." So she does it. They go out on the balcony. They like listening to the birds out there and watching the squirrels jump across the trees. And they go out on the balcony and they're eating their noodles. And I said to Bunchy and Lamb, "So how is it?" "Oh, wow, it's good. I like this." "Too spicy?" "No, it's good. We like it, Daddy." I was like, "See, I told you." And Darlene comes out the bedroom. You're giving them spicy food?" Ask the kids what they think. Is it okay? "Oh, it's really good. Really good. We like it."
And we had fun in the pool the other day, Alpha, at the pool here. They're, it's like, what is it, 4 feet all the way around?
It's about 4.5 feet.
4.5. So the kids, they were fine,
Yeah.
and yeah, they were having a ball. So
Yeah, they're both 5 feet tall, 5 foot and 5
Everyone
foot 2
enjoying
inches. And went for a swim. They loved it. Haven't been to the beach yet, but that is in the pipe work.
Yeah,
once Songkran gets out the way.
sure. Terry Fallon, Alpha, would love that. 2027 is our year to come for the first time. Well, you're only 2 years away. That's if life doesn't get in the way. No, it won't.
Yeah.
Get a little more Bitcoin, you'll be here a year early.
But we do plan on going out and having some family activities once Songkran is over, and we're going to film it, put it up on the channel. We're going to go out and have go to places that the kids really want to see while they're in Thailand. For example, Dream World in Bangkok, which is a lot like Disneyland.
Oh, wow.
Back in the States, Magic Mountain, Disneyland, that sort of thing. And they love all that. So we're going to go there and probably go with some subscribers and their kids as well, and we'll have a blast. So they'll have some play friends.
I would look at the elephant sanctuaries. They've probably never seen them.
Yeah, we want to do that too. And Tiger Park.
Park, there you go.
A lot to do, and want to go to a couple islands.
Yep.
Take them out to the island. So they grew up in the Philippines on the beach. Right next to the beach. So they're used to swimming in the ocean, from knee high to a grasshopper.
Right.
So they'll love all that.
And one thing too with kids, if they have fun, they'll want to come back.
Oh yeah, we want to
make sure it's fun.
Want to make sure they have a blast this trip. Yeah.
Rodney, Coop, this guy deserves every single minute he is sentenced to in prison.
He does, Rodney. And I don't know whether you've seen the news or seen some of the social influencers out there. Calvin from Sunshine Shoulders did a reaction video to it a couple of days ago. And I wanted to touch on it because as a social media influencer myself, I think that we have a certain reputation to uphold, and a certain moral standard, for those that go out there trying to get, the million subscribers and the big bucks, and they'll do anything and hurt anybody to do it. They shouldn't be on social media at all.
Nope. And he won't be.
Yeah.
David Lowe, there's David. I missed the land of smiles and our breakfast at Route 66 and getting messages. Oh, and getting massages. Sorry, for my back and neck. Great relief. Could relieve headaches, possibly.
Yeah.
And that's true on that.
Yeah. Darlene went over and got a massage with Jackie when we were at the pool.
Jackie had a shoulder issue, and boy, because I was quizzing her after the massage. Oh no, it's gone. Well, there you go.
Darlene said the same thing. She had a knot in her shoulder. Went over there. She said they got the old elbow with the oil.
They know what they're doing here, and then you kind of realize why they have so many of these massage places around, because it works.
$3 all it cost for an hour.
Bingo.
Exactly.
Mike Cuffin, as a photographer, I would never expose my expensive cameras to Songkran. Use a GoPro that's waterproof. There's a good tip. Yep. And they do have those GoPros that are, you can use them underwater, for God's sake.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they are good.
Good tip there. Tekken, good morning, CBD. I am still seeing YouTubers put out videos on tax. Oh, there you go. Last one I seen said the double taxation treaty only applies to government pensions. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any new thoughts on the tax thing? No new thoughts. Don't worry about it. That's the same thought I had last time. So I wouldn't spend 10 minutes worrying about that, Tekken. Something gets published in the National Gazette, then you got to start paying attention. But until then, and I haven't heard any additional rumors that they're presenting anything, even in Parliament.
No. Because the tax office isn't set up for it yet. You go to Bangkok Bank and say, I'm going to transfer some money in, or, how much do I have to pay tax? We don't tax you.
Yeah.
They tell you. Immigration has nothing to do with us. We're not involved in that whatsoever. So nobody's out there doing anything about it. And it's still a lot up in the air. And there's also the dual taxation treaty. If you're paying tax in your home country, Thailand can't tax you as well. If they did, then they would be in breach of the dual taxation treaty. And all these YouTubers that are making videos about it, Tekken, They're doing it for clickbait. They're doing it
Clickbait.
to, get more viewers to
Yep.
their channel. And the thing is, the very first person that gets double taxed in Thailand, it'll be all over the media. It's not happened to anybody. Anybody. You think of the 2 million foreigners that are living here in Thailand, not one of them has been double taxed yet out of the 2 million. That's a lot of foreigners.
I've never met a foreigner that has a tax ID. I've
Mhm.
never met a foreigner that is
In
concerned. Yeah, in Thailand,
Mhm.
is concerned about taxation here.
Mhm.
I've never met a foreigner here that has ever filed a Thai tax.
Mm.
And it's just not a subject that's even considered. Now, let's look at common sense. Common sense is tourism is a huge
Mhm.
contributor to the GDP of the country. The last thing they're ever going to do is scare off expats
Yeah.
from coming here. Trust me, expats bring a lot of money, spend a lot of money helping the economy in Thailand. The last thing they're going to do is say, well, we're going to tax you on that. There'll be an exodus to the door,
Mm.
so it's not going to
Yeah.
happen.
So
As Coop said, that's clickbait.
until somebody actually gets taxed in Thailand and Thailand breaches the dual taxation agreement with their respective country, don't even worry about it. Because I can't see it'll happen, because countries will just rip up their taxation agreement with Thailand.
Yep.
And then they'll put trade embargoes and everything else and punish them, summon the ambassador, to their parliament or, whatever, and demand answers. Why are you taxing our citizens? They're already paying tax here.
Hey, there's lots of countries out there
Yeah.
that would be eager to have the expat dollar show up at their doorstep.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So a lot of Asian countries, South American countries, even some in Europe, believe it or not. So
yeah. Don't worry about it.
Market Focus. Hey, Coop, Darlene, and Brooke. So happy the kids were able to visit you guys. Yeah.
And so are we. We love having them out here with us, Market Focus. And they're having a blast. They're enjoying it already. Had a fun day at the hospital. They had a Starbucks in there, so they were happy. They sat there and had a chocolate cake as a reward.
Nice.
And hot chocolate from Starbucks.
Ooh, they'd like that.
So very happy.
Mark Hanna, One Take Videos.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Coop, your smile is amazing. Have a great day.
And thank you, Mark. A long time no talk, buddy. I'll have to give each other a private message and catch up, buddy.
Malcolm Hawkins from Tasmania. Good day, Team Coops. Gold to the moon.
Gold's currently trading at 3,200. I believe.
Nice. Malcolm's done well. He's a big gold bug. Malcolm.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah, he loves his gold. He's toying with the idea of Bitcoin.
Mm.
And I keep telling Malcolm, you're doing really well with your gold. Take a little bit off the table, book a bit of profit, and then pick up a little bit of Bitcoin. Slow and steady, buddy. You don't want to be only in one thing, I would think. Diversify a little bit.
Mm.
Terry Fallon says, Coop, I think you should update the picture on the beginning of the live stream. You need to show off your new chompers.
Well, these aren't my final ones yet, Terry. I've just been in and got the mold for the final ones, and I will have them on the end of the first week of May. So only a couple weeks away. I got to go back on the 25th, and they'll take these ones out, and then they'll put the new ones in and do any adjustments before the final.
Good. Nice. Nice.
So not long now.
Doug Paris says, all my fruit trees are blooming here in South Carolina. I'll be heading to the Philippines on the 28th. Well, that's coming up.
Enjoy your trip, buddy.
Yeah.
We were just there on Sunday, and oh my God, it was hot, Brooke.
Yeah.
It was like 38 degrees. The humidity was up in the 90s, and it was just sweat pouring off me. And Darlene says, wow, it's hotter here than it is in Thailand. I said, yeah. I said, there you go. There's the difference. We spent, the morning in Thailand and the afternoon in the Philippines, and then back the next day in Thailand. And I said, now you see the difference between the weather. And it was super, super hot.
Jackie was over there for 8 days. Actually, Jackie came back on the same flight as you. Thank you for that, bringing her back. But
no problem.
She said the same thing, that, oh my God, she didn't realize it's hot there and humid. So, he says, honey, what'd you do today? Oh, it's too hot to go out. You got to stay in the house, got the aircon working. So, oh boy.
Yeah.
Yep. Mark Romano, halfway between Kauai and LA on a plane watching you guys.
Oh,
Well
wow.
done. I arrive in Wahin May the 2nd for good. I'm getting excited.
Hey, well
Yeah,
done,
will be,
Mark.
yeah.
Well done, Mark.
That's not that far
Yeah,
off.
and good that you're able to watch on the Wi-Fi on the airplane.
Oh,
That's good.
technology, eh? Isn't that something?
Yeah, I remember years ago it was terrible.
Oh, God.
Absolutely terrible. You couldn't stream it. You barely open a page on the internet. And now look at it.
Well, I remember a flight
30,000 feet in the air, and he's able to watch the live stream.
Yeah, like, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, I was on a flight, and you could buy the Wi-Fi package.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'll do that. Maybe I'll check out whatever, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, you bought the package. Maybe you could send an email. That was about it. There was no video,
it
no
ran out,
pictures,
yeah.
nothing else. Like, what a, yeah. So it's gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Starlink he's got, because I think there's
A lot of planes have gone that way, yeah.
And Alfa Romeo says, hey, Bubba, I can't wait for all of us to go for another seafood dinner, prawns and crawfish. Laughing out loud.
Yep.
Yep.
Good food.
Tekken, Brooke, you are wrong. The 2 seasons in Canada are winter and construction. Yeah, you got a good point there. Oh, my God.
Yeah, there you go. And Terry says, you got that right, Tekken.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ernest Jones, good morning, Team Coops. Just got back from my 15 Panama Day cruise. Had
Well
a
done.
great time. I am working on my final travel plans to Thailand mid-May. See you soon.
And wow, and
Yeah.
I'd love to pick your brain, Ernest, about that Panama Canal cruise. That's one that's on our bucket list. And thank you, Ernest, for being a channel member and having the badge next to your name. Much appreciated.
And don't forget now, maybe Ernest can, the meet and greets.
Yeah.
And there's one coming up next week,
22nd.
22nd
Yeah.
on Tuesday.
The kids will be there too.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Excellent. So 22nd at Fraser's, guys, 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you call that road again? I call it Second
To Pryor
Street.
Road.
To Pryor, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's just up from Second, but yeah, great food, aircon, and smoking section outdoors. So we got a little bit of everything there, and food's great.
Yeah.
It's a great time. Phil L., I'm currently in Da Nang,
Vietnam.
Vietnam, enjoying the beautiful 74-degree Fahrenheit weather. That would be nice. It's a nice escape from the heat and the madness of Songkran.
Yeah, I bet it is. Yeah.
A lot of people leave the city for
Songkran.
yeah,
Just to get away from it.
Because I was watching the videos with the traffic jams leaving the city, so they turn it over to the young kids, I guess. Live and learn with Mike. Everyone hit that thumbs up button. Make Darlene smile.
Yes, please. Make the kids smile too. The kids are watching in the spare bedroom.
Oh, good.
Right now.
Oh, they are. Oh,
yeah,
that's even better.
They're watching Dad on TV. Yeah.
Superstar. Alfa Romeo. No special favors for Vitali.
No.
No AC, no fan, and only the same 70 peso 3 meals that the general population receives. There you go.
And here's the thing.
I think they got to pay for their meals, don't they? Or not?
No, they get some free, but it's barely edible.
Not okay.
And here's the thing. He upset the whole country. I can guarantee you that the people that are inside that jail know who he is.
Oh, they're going to get him.
And you think about it. There's 40 people in a cell per one cell. And
Mostly
you are sleeping,
Filipinos.
touching each other.
Yeah.
Literally, your body is right next to the person beside you on both sides. They're going to F him up.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you when he appears in court, he's going to have a few black eyes. I can guarantee you that. Because Filipinos are very proud people. They don't take to anybody hurting their countrymen. I can guarantee you.
Yeah, he's made a mistake, I think. Blakester Drums, good morning from a comfortable but not Pattaya, Virginia Beach.
And good morning to you too, Blakester Drums. And thank you for being a channel member and having the badge next to your name.
Julie Perkins from Banks Array. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Julie and Adrian. Thank you for coming on and joining us from Banks Array.
Blakester Drums. Oh, and people hit the thumbs up. Make Darlene and the kids smile.
Yes, please. Thank you very much.
Terry Fallon again. Coop, are we going to get to meet your kids or are they camera shy?
No, they've been on several of our videos in the past. They are on our YouTube channel.
Make a new one with them on.
Bata 1, Bata 2. Oi, ikaw. You want to say hello? No. Okay.
Hasn't got the makeup on yet. They're waking up still.
Yeah.
All right, Jack Bree, 41 days until house settlement, then a week or two moving stuff to my son's and mate's place, then land of smiles. But who's counting?
Not Jack.
Not Jack. 41 days and counting.
Well done, Jack.
Yeah, good for you. Roger Walker, I walked by one and met you and Brooke one morning while you were having coffee.
That's
remember
right.
that.
We were sitting there at Amazon Coffee, and
Yes.
Roger come up and said hello to
Hello
us.
to us. That's
Yeah,
right.
that was
We had a nice
fantastic.
chat.
I enjoyed it.
Roger
Thank
the
you,
Dodger.
Roger. Yeah.
Philip Hunt, just thought I would let everyone know immigration at Swampum Airport was easy.
Yes.
How long you can stay? I said can have 60 days.
Mhm.
1-2 stamp in my passport, too easy. Off to Mr. Singh soon for the retirement visa.
It is super easy now
Yeah.
in Swampum Airport. The lines are non-existent. I think there's only 2 people in front of us to go through immigration
Yeah.
when we came through, and they allowed all 4 of us to go together through immigration. Said, your family? Yeah, 4. Yeah. Okay, all of you come over
Together,
here.
yeah.
And they did us all together. So we didn't have to split up with the kids.
We were in the pool yesterday, and one of the guys had to do a border run.
Mhm.
And so my other buddy there, he's done several, and he was telling JT he says, use an agent and get the VIP service.
Mhm.
You don't have any trouble. You don't have to wait. You just, and they got talking about trying to do a lot of this yourself.
Mhm.
And I think it's like, if you got it, guys, get the agents, because it's definitely time saving, headache saving, less stressful. Although some people prefer to do things themselves, it's just unless you speak Thai, man, that's going to be a tough thing in my opinion. But anyway, yep, and definitely I like Sing. So hey, there's lots of them out there, but
yeah, and they've really streamlined the immigration service now. Going out, you just scan your passport.
Yeah, nice.
And your face. That's it. No need to get an exit stamp on your passport. None of that. It's all done electronically. Coming in, they put the entry stamp, but they just streamlined it now, so it's just super, super fast.
Good. Now, did you have to pay anything to leave?
Nope.
Okay, but in the Philippines, you did.
Yes. Well, Darlene and the kids did. I didn't.
Oh.
They said, because, sir, you haven't been in the country for 1 year.
Oh, okay, that's it.
But they made Darlene and the kids pay, and I said, well, my wife's not been in the country for 1 year. We live in Thailand. We only just came in to pick up the kids and bring them back. And they said, oh, because she has a Philippine passport, she has to pay.
Oh boy.
So I had to pay an exit tax.
1,260
pesos.
And the kids, $25 in, yeah.
Bunchy was half price because he's under 12.
Oh, good.
But Leanne had to pay full price because she's 14.
Money grab.
Exactly.
Terry Fallon, so happy for all the subscribers that have either moved to Thailand already or are close to moving here. Way to go, guys. Yep. Make the leap and you'll be happy you did.
And we're happy. The more that come out here, the merrier. We're having an absolute blast meeting everybody. Yeah. And I think that's my channel moderator there messaging. Bunchy had to pay 880 pesos. Yeah, he got a discount. 1,620 travel tax for Darlene and Leanne.
Bunchy was half.
Yeah. And Bunchy was 880. Yeah. Thanks, babe.
Well, it's funny, Terry. We've met subscribers here that they were headed to Philippines until they saw your channel.
It's like, no, we're going to
Thailand.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of Washington. He was in a lineup. Where you go? I'm going to Philippines. No, he wasn't. He was going to Thailand.
Yeah.
Oh, his plan was originally Philippines.
Yeah.
Blakester Drums, I know it's Taco Tuesday, not Crypto Monday, but thought I'd give a heads up to a new Yield Max coming out tomorrow. RNTY. I wonder what that's
real estate kind of thing.
Is it? Okay. Going to be a real estate. Oh, okay. Maybe a REIT or something. Yep. A lot of people like the Yield Max, guys. So
I do. I love Misty.
Yep. Robert Pierpont at Blakester Drums. I wouldn't touch anything real estate related right now or anytime soon. Well, I tend to agree with Robert, and I'll tell you why.
They reckon there's going to be a real estate crash again.
Well, commercial's still in trouble. And, they have to renew a lot of these commercial mortgages, and they're going to be at higher rates than they were originally. So there you go. That's not a plus.
No.
there hasn't really been a big crash yet in the real estate market.
Mm.
So where's the buying opportunity? You know,
Exactly.
yeah. So be careful.
And our next shout out goes to your favorite subscriber, Scotty
Richmond from California.
He bought us 3 coffees, says, glad to hear you and Darlene have the kids with you. And thanks for another great live stream. Thank you, Scotty. Much appreciated, brother.
Scotty's a very, I call it, analytical fellow.
Yeah.
He came here for 7 days.
Mm.
He had a whole checklist of things.
Yeah.
Okay. And he was trying to determine, should I retire to Thailand? Was my guess.
Right.
And sure enough, at the end of, because we'd see him in the pool.
Yeah.
And towards the end of his stay, I think it was a day left. I said, so how did you make out? He says, Brooke, I got everything checked on my list. Everything looks good. I'm going back home to sell the house and coming back. So yeah, and you will love it here, Scotty. You know that. You've been here. But for you that haven't been here, yeah, make a checklist. Things you want to see, things you want to do, you know, what you want to experience. And I'm sure you'll be like Scotty. You'll love it here.
Yeah. And thanks again, Scotty.
Yeah.
Much appreciated, buddy.
Much appreciated.
And I'll
Scotty.
use that one to get the kids some hot chocolate. They love this Starbucks hot chocolate.
Nice. It all helps out. Richard Woolley just purchased some Ulti and Misty. So yeah, a little diversified. They both pay.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Well done, buddy.
Richard Woolley, new to stocks, so I did the reinvestment button, or would it be better taking the dig? I
like the reinvestment option.
Well, I'd take some out.
Yeah, I would take half out and reinvest the other.
Yeah,
half.
something like that. So you're always enjoying a bit. I sent, I was telling you earlier, but I'll tell you guys, I sent a buddy of mine in Florida. He's the guy that actually told me to come to Asia, you know, when I was looking for my last love, complaining about the West, you know, couldn't find anybody. And he told me about Asia. So I sent, and he keeps threatening to come here. You know, he's got his too many irons in the fire.
Yeah. I
sent him the Misty. I said, hey, take a look at this. You know, you can get a nice monthly check, help with the retirement. And he sent back, oh, I think that's a scam. They can't pay that type of distribution. So I sent him back the research I had done. You know, Misty was issued at originally $20 a share. It's trading at over that currently. 14 months ago, it was issued. And the total distributions in that period of time, guys, is over $30. So in 14 months, you've got people that were in initially with the, you know, public IPO at $20. Their stock's worth a little more than that currently, and they've got $30 in dividends if they stayed in. So take a look at it if you're looking at retirement. And basically at the final line, I said to my buddy Robert back there, I said, well, Robert, you're going on assumptions. Here's the facts. And I said I prefer dealing with the facts. So yeah. Okay, next one. Goldie, good morning from Dallas, Texas.
And good morning, Goldie. Thank you for coming on and joining us. Glad you're enjoying some of our older videos. I see your comments.
How about them Cowboys? Jeff Trujillo. Hey, guys, Misty's payout for May is $1.33 on May 9th.
Well, we don't know yet.
No.
That was last month's.
Yeah, that was last month.
So we won't get notified on that one, Jeff. I know that people go on Google and look and they give false answers. I know I got stuck in it. With a false answer, but yeah, you won't get to know until the day before on the.
And
8th.
You already got yours. Just
I did. I got my dividend.
Yeah, and yours withholding tax, I think you said was
15%,
which is kind of standard. So check. One thing you do if you're not an American citizen, you probably will have a withholding loan. For sure, you will. And check that out, guys. You might need to file a form. Otherwise, it could be 30%. Withholding tax if you don't have, I think it's a W8BEN is the name of the form.
Yes. Yeah.
And check with your platforms. Dennis L. Morning, guys. There's Denny. It's time an oil change on the bike already. Wow, he's touring. Are you going to take the kids out on the jet ski?
That's the plan. And I guess who wants to come with us?
Dennis L. And Marcella.
And Marcella, his wife, Marcella. Yeah, you're more than welcome to come join us when we do. It'll be after the 20th. I just had to renew the registration and the insurance for the jet ski.
Dennis is a regular at Route 66.
Yeah, just did it 2 weeks ago.
There's that Malcolm Hawkins. There's that gold bug. I've been on a buying spree with Bitcoin, mate. Well done.
Well done.
Yeah. See you guys in 4 weeks when we get back.
Looking forward to it, Mal.
Malcolm has finally bit the bullet, let's say.
Yeah.
Yeah. For quite a while, Malcolm. Oh, no, I
It's
don't know
only
about
taken
that.
us a year to get
Yeah.
through them. Yeah.
Well, mind you, I think back then, gold was under 2,000, and
Yeah.
Gold's the way to be. Well, he was right; it was the way to be. But I think he's going to be happy that he's got some Bitcoin started. Yeah, good, well done, Malcolm. Well done,
Well done, buddy.
Robert Pierpont. Have you seen the Misty clone by Bitwise?
No.
Same MSTR option income strategy ETF called I missed, I guess. No dividend history yet, though. Well. Anytime there's something that's winning, and I would say Misty is winning, guys, there'll be people copying it. So this is obviously what's happening. And
I'm sure iBit and Fidelity would do something similar.
Yeah, that's time will tell. Time will tell on that. Yeah, they might. Robert Pierpont, Jeff Trujillo, no one knows what Misty's payout is for May the 9th. Correct. It's not there yet. 133 was the April payment.
Yeah.
And
for a $20 share, you got $1.33 back in dividends.
Damn good. I think
that
that's
is
like
damn
an
good.
80% return over a year's basis. But
yeah,
that was the lowest of the 14 payments they've since issuance.
The highest was 440.
Was over $4. So it will track. Obviously, Bitcoin will lead the charge. MicroStrategy eventually follows that lead, and Misty eventually follows MicroStrategy. So I can see all three increasing in value, in the years ahead. In other words, I think they're still on sale.
Yeah.
Nomad Jack, good morning, Coop and gang. Looking forward to meeting all of you Tuesday.
Looking forward to it, Jack.
Meet and greet at
and
Fraser's.
Thank you for being a channel member.
At 6 p.m., guys. John, good morning, guys. Just wondering if you can still get your vapes easily, Coop. It will be a deal breaker for me if they truly enforce the ban on it. John from New York City.
You can. You just need to know who to get them from. They've tightened down on it, and they do periodically. And then after a short amount of time, everything goes back to normal. Yeah. It's because kids have gotten a hold of vapes, and they want to keep the kids away from them, which I completely understand and agree with. And I think they should just, have licensed shops, and you got to show ID to get it, and that would make things so much easier.
Yeah, it's probably, as you say, it's definitely still available. Maybe a little more underground than visible like it used to be. But it's
still available.
Yeah. Alpha Male, Malcolm is stacking his Satoshis.
He certainly is.
Correctamundo, Alpha. Doug Paris, you have to stay in the Philippines 6 months before you have to get exit clearance and fork out the pesos.
I don't know, Doug, but they told the immigration officer, not the tax person, that you have to pay the exit tax with at the airport at the counter. He said 1 year to me. He said, you haven't been in the country for more than a year, so therefore you don't have to pay.
Yeah. Well, they'll let you know at counter.
But no, they hit the kids and Darlene.
Yeah, sure they will.
Yeah, surprisingly they hit the kids.
Money grab.
And something else that surprised me, Brooke, when we came through immigration, when we arrived in Thailand, you know how you have to put your fingers on the scanner?
Yeah.
So your fingerprints in your face? They did that to the kids too.
Okay, well.
Why would they take fingerprints of a kid?
Just why not? It's all database.
Weird.
Well, weird, but they're probably putting everybody in the database.
Yeah. I thought under 18, because they're traveling with mom and dad, that they wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Facial recognition, sure, but fingerprints?
Well, I don't really have a problem with it.
I felt a little bit uncomfortable with it.
Well, unless you're doing something out of the ordinary or illegal, why would you be afraid of that? You know what I mean? You're all above board.
Yeah.
Giovanni Poulos, Southside Johnny. Good morning, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene. Hope everyone is well. Yes, we are, Johnny.
Yeah, we are, Johnny. Thank you for coming on and
back
joining
in
us.
Australia. We're missing your coffee, by the way. So Greek coffee. Scotty Jean from New Zealand. Hey guys, can't wait to retire and live in Thailand. Good show from New Zealand.
And thank you, Scotty. Much appreciated, buddy.
We all know where you are, Scotty. Giovanni Poulos, Southside Johnny. Hey, Brooke, I heard you hooked on your NRL footy. Go the Roosters. Yeah, Brownie's got me hooked on the NRL, National Rugby League.
Oh yeah, you were
And-
watching it in the
Yeah,
bar the
so
other
they got
day. Yeah.
2 leagues in Australia. They got the AFL and the NRL. Now,
Hmm.
the AFL, I've been told, is kind of like the boys' team, boys' game, and the NRL is the men's game.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah. Blakester Drums at Robert Pierpont. Appreciate the heads up. I was just planning on watching how it does and maybe play with it short time to grab dividends and get out. I'm grabbing a lot of yield max stuff. You got to watch on that grabbing the dividends, guys, because typically right after the dividend is issued, the stock price will
goes
drop
down.
the equivalent of the dividend.
Yeah.
And then it slowly makes its way back up. I mean, people know that. So, you know, you're not going to be able to pull a fast one because, oh, if I buy the dividend and sell it tomorrow, I keep the dividend and the stock's the same. Well, no. You're going to, you know, deal with the drop in price until it comes back. Terry Fallon. CMB, like Washington, we were looking elsewhere until we started watching your videos. There you go.
Okay, yeah. Glad you enjoyed them, Terry.
And you won't regret that, guys.
Yeah.
It's definitely nice here in Thailand. Blakester Drums. In for the dividends, out for the profit. Rinse and repeat. Okay, well,
good way of doing it.
Blakester's
Very
got
good.
his plan.
Yeah.
Andrew Shimonik. Why do my posts keep getting removed?
Not me.
I'm simply asking for a difference in stress levels from the US versus Thailand.
All depends on certain words that you may use. YouTube, AI, which is completely screwed up. I'll say it. I don't care. But yeah, their algorithm is screwed up. If you put LOL, your comment doesn't come up. If you put the @ symbol, you know, like at a web page, you know, Coopersthaiadventure @ gmail.com. They don't like the @ symbol. It won't come up. Certain things that throw the system off. They don't like. They think you're talking in code and it doesn't show up on our program and I can't read the comment out. But what is the difference in stress levels in Thailand versus the US? Thailand, none.
Yeah.
No stress whatsoever.
Well, I think
everything works here. Everything's super smooth. You go into the bank, you go to immigration, you do anything. It's just quick in and out. I like that.
No racism here. Everyone's smiling.
5G everywhere.
Yeah, things work.
Yeah.
Of course, they work in the West for the most part.
Yeah.
I think a big thing, Andrew, is that a lot of people, especially in the West, you know, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you know, savings isn't the best. You're stressed a lot because you got to crack the nut, they call it, every month on your bills. Maybe some bills you're behind a bit on, whatever. But that's very stressful in most people's lives. You come to Thailand, first thing you realize is your accommodations are about, you know, 20% of what they'd be in the West. So it's ridiculous how cheap it is. Your food prices are way cheaper. Your cost of living is unbelievably low. So in other words, my point is, where you simply were surviving in the West and that was a stressful life, you're living here saving money. And what's better than that? So, and around happy people. So bingo. That's why your stress levels, in my opinion, are way less here.
And I think he's been to Thailand because that picture looks to me like it's the Copacabana condominium.
It does look
here
like,
in Jomtien. But no, stress in Thailand, the moment you come out the airport, your stress levels go straight out the door. Yeah.
And I actually love the warmth here now. I don't like Terry up in Bancroft and even, you know, Alpha back in Stony Creek. They're in cold weather. You know, you leave the land of smiles, go back to Canada and see snow and you think, what the hell is this shit? Because if you can live in the land of smiles here, it's kind of like the same weather year round. I love that.
Yeah.
You know, I can wear shorts every day and a t-shirt and you get used to the warmth. I like the warmth now.
Oh, I
it's
love it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Dennis L. Dang, Skippy, I want back on the jet ski. And I'm not sure if you did a video on renewing registrations.
No, I didn't do a video on it, Dennis, because all I did is went to the dealer that sold me the jet ski.
Had them do it.
And I had them do it for me. I just paid him the fee and they went and did it. The marina has to come out and do a physical inspection on your jet ski.
Okay.
So I left it with them and had them do a full service while they were at it. And you get a certificate 2 weeks later and you're good for another year.
Job's done.
Yeah.
Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, it cost 6,000 baht.
Okay, well, that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, that's for your insurance and also for the registration for the year.
Yeah.
So what's that? Under $200 for the year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not
About
bad.
170.
Mm.
Ken Beck, time to update your new intro photo with the new choppers. Yeah, you do have a big
We'll do
smile.
once they're finished, and I get
once
my
they're finished,
permanent
Kenny.
ones. Yeah.
Greg Faison, morning all. Coop, I'm looking for another apartment, and you have too many videos to choose from.
I'm making more, so get ready, Greg. There's going to be a lot more coming, brother.
Yeah, and then we're only about 3 weeks away from low season.
I don't think that's really Greg. That looks like that British actor. What's his name? Idris Alba. Yeah, that's who that looks like in the thumbnail picture. I don't think that's really him.
We got a guy,
but no,
he's a
great actor. I like him.
Yeah. But no, with low season coming, guys, in about 3 weeks, your opportunities are going to be humongous. For variations and where you want to be. So, yep. Good choices to be had. Prices will be affordable. I know some of the guys are looking to book for a year when they get the low season.
Oh, yeah.
Freddie Quinn, good morning, CBD. One advantage of staying in Pattaya is that almost everything I want is within walking distance. Correct. In Jomtien at the Copacabana, are there Thai massage shops within walking distance?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there are. And you also have them at the night market. You know, they do massages there too. You know, they have people there do the foot massage and neck and shoulders. Yeah.
Massage shops are everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, for us to walk from here to Rompo Market, 5 minutes, 7 minutes tops, you're probably going to pass half a dozen.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? When you make that circuit down, so yeah. And I mean, on the up and up, not the,
But we got a massage shop right outside the girls too.
Yeah. So from here to the market, you're getting all kinds of. Yeah. Don't worry about that, Freddie.
No problem there, bud.
Yep. Greg McInnes. Hey, Brooke, you ready for the NHL playoffs? I used to really follow that hockey. I'm a Leafs fan, but I guess they're on, so I haven't really been following. Sorry, Greggy. But yeah, I would say it'd be interesting. Andrew Shimonek, thanks for answering my question, gentlemen. Have a great day.
And you too, buddy.
Andrew again, Riviera jumped in the photo. Okay, there you go. So you right.
Riviera, so not
and that's my goal condo when I moved there.
Yeah, in the thumbnail it comes up about that small on our screen, so we have to look and squint and guess.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Now, one thing I was going to say to Andrew Coop is that by the time I don't know when you're coming, Andrew, but unless you've already said it, there'll be lots more units to look at. There's new buildings going up. 3 of them we can see from the balcony.
Yep.
So don't worry, you'll have lots of options, let's say. Robert Pierpont, short and laughing out loud does not get blocked. Okay, I did not know that. And most YouTube channel comments in live streams, is there some setting that blocks it?
Not on our end.
No,
nothing on our end.
I watch streamers and read comments that have that abbreviation.
No, nothing on our end blocks it. We're using a program. It's called StreamYard, and nothing on there blocks it. We only get what YouTube allows us to get. So,
no, there's no reason to block that.
No,
it's nothing bad about it. W Secrets to Success, 2,500 shares of Misty is a ballpark estimated monthly dividend payment equal to around 3,000 at the recent payout. Correct. Brooks, check that math on that. Yeah, 2,500 at $1.30, it'd be about 32.50, and then you got a withholding tax, so keep that in mind. But you can live quite easily here on that type of payment. Even if you got the 3 and you had to pay the 15%, you still got enough money to live easily.
Oh yeah,
in Thailand on that, compared to what the West, you'd probably need double, triple that to live.
Yes,
and then you'd be stressed out.
That's a very good amount of shares there, W.
Yeah, and just as tell you what, guys, that's like a 50 grand investment.
Yes,
2,500 shares at the average price 20. I tend to tell Coop anything under $20 is a buy on Misty, in my opinion. Terry Fallon, Brooke, my wife gets cold in the cabin when it's under 68 degrees Fahrenheit, so I think Thailand could work for her. You'll get accustomed to the nice warmth here, and you'll love it.
Oh, it's very, very beautiful weather right now.
Jeff Trujillo, thanks, guys. You both rock.
And thank you, Jeff. So do you, buddy.
Robert Pierpont, W Secrets to Success vlog. Around around $33.50 by my math, using the last 2 payments as a baseline.
Yeah.
I would think those are near the bottom of the payouts.
That's the lowest payout
yeah,
it's ever
and
been.
it's, are we going to get another one that low? I don't know. I think the next payout's actually going to go up.
I'm hoping for around the $2 mark.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there'd be a lot of happy campers once that starts climbing again.
Oh yeah.
And it will eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Greg Faison. Okay, so Brooke, are you saying I should extend my stay here in Dusit for another month before I start apartment hunting in earnest?
Oh, he's in Dusit, is he?
Yeah, I thought I saw him, and he does look like Hydrus. I'll tell you.
Does he?
I saw him walking by the pool the other day.
Okay.
We were chatting, and I almost said that. Geez, he's a dead ringer for that actor.
Is he?
He's probably got called that a lot. I would say, yeah, maybe take 1 more month. Your options. I mean, whether even Dusit will have openings,
Mm-hmm.
but whether some people start here and then they want to go to the beach, or they want to go to Pratamac, or heaven forbid, even Pattaya they want to go. Your options definitely increase after May 1st, because that's kind of the end of Songkran and people are leaving. Tourism. So your options are a lot more. So yeah, maybe extend for a month and go from there.
Yeah, if you're watching, guys, the live stream right now, 110 people, hit the thumbs up. It's free. It doesn't cost you a penny, and it helps the channel. We're 110 people watching and 54 likes.
Whoa,
only.
that's it?
So
Buddha.
hit the thumbs up. Stop right now and just hit the thumbs up. Get us to 100 likes. As when we hit 100 likes per live stream, YouTube pumps it out to more people, and that's what we're trying to do. We want to help as many people that want to get out the matrix, come to Thailand and retire.
Good to know
and
that.
It doesn't give us any money. It doesn't do anything with the live streams. We get paid like 3 cents for every live stream we do from YouTube. That's about it. 3 pennies,
Total.
So it's nothing. Yeah,
probably that's after a 40% withholding tax.
Yeah, exactly.
Geez,
so we get they don't pay live streams really.
No.
You just get a little royalty of about 3 cents. If you got 100 people watching.
Now the one
live
thing is, I do recommend telling people this. The coffee money they send is 100% to you.
Yes.
YouTube gets 0 of that.
Yeah.
Which is, so if you're thinking of helping the channel, the coffee money is the way to go, because 100% of the proceeds.
Yeah. If you do the super thanks, YouTube charges us 40% tax.
Oh my Lord! Like, hello.
Yeah.
Crazy. Robert Pierpont, that's strange. I know it's blocked on your end, but it's not blocked on other channels. That's strange.
That is strange. I don't know why. I'll ask our tech guru, Darling, my wife.
Maybe she knows. W Secrets to Success at Robert. Thanks. I'm about 1,500 shares short at the moment. Well, hey, any shares are better than no shares.
And DCAN.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
Dollar cost average NW. And take half your profits out and put the other half back in for shares. Easy way to do it.
Even like you can live on 1,500 shares here, in my opinion.
Oh, in Thailand, yes.
Yeah, and when it gets back up to $2 and $3 a share payouts, you're going to live nice. So
you're going to live on double, triple.
Yeah, the more shares you get, the better it is, maybe. But yeah. Dennis L., did you take the jet ski out yet?
Not since I put it in for service and the registration.
Well, registration, because you get stopped on the water.
That's it.
Big trouble.
They impound it.
Big trouble in
so
River
you
City.
got to have it up to date, and they put the serial number on the side of the jet ski, and the marina police they check it on their system and make sure it's up to date. If it's not up to date, come on, follow us.
Yep,
your jet skis just got impounded.
No good.
So yeah,
follow the rules. Terry Fallon, as always, thanks, gents, for a great live stream. Coop, I'll let you get back to your family and see you on the next live stream.
And thank you, Terry. Much appreciated. Yeah, they're in the back room there.
Well, yeah, they're getting to be close to 11 o'clock over there, 10:30 maybe.
Yeah.
Reverend Pierpont, every time Coop and Brooke get a thumbs up, a lady boy gets its wings. Fly over all the water squirting. Oh, there's a dreamer.
Now, Robert, you got a heck of a sense of humor, buddy.
Speaking of lady boys, they're quite common around this neck of the woods.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Don't bother you. They don't bother me.
No, and I'll tell you, you'll get fooled.
They can tell who's interested in them and who's not.
Yeah, I've been fooled, man. Terry Fallon, Brooke, and you back to Jackie. Yeah, Jackie's back in the condo now. Was gone for 8 days over to the Philippines.
Mhm.
I tell her, honey, go 2-3 times a year and see the family, do some shopping over there. And
Yeah. And then I asked Brooke, Terry, I said, Brooke, now that Jackie's not here and she's over in the Philippines, what have you been having to eat lately? How many kebabs have you had? He says, 4 this week already.
Oh, they're good. I like those kebabs. It's like a meal in itself, eh? And it's healthy.
Because
So
Jackie's not here to cook for you.
Jackie's
You've been
not
over
there.
getting some kebabs. Yeah.
Jackie's a good cook and loves to cook, and so there's no need to buy food outside. Oh yeah, it's good she's back. Jack Bree, has wet low season started yet?
It is wet season in Thailand, yes, because it is Songkran. So they're out there playing water right now. A low season will start the 1st of May. And that's when a lot of the tourists that are here go home.
Yeah.
They got jobs they got to go back to. They've had their vacation over here because they like to come here for Songkran and the party festival and all that. And then they head back home, and all the condos seem to empty out, and there's loads of availability, and the prices go down.
And
So
it's
super
kind of the
great.
start, like Songkran's kind of like praying for rain,
Mhm.
like coming up, the rainy season starting.
Mhm.
Yeah. Guys, it's not as bad. Like I thought, oh my God, it'd be torrential days and days of rain. After 2.5 years here, I haven't, it's like normal, like no big deal. And the rains never last long. I think 1 day in 2 years, it's rained all day. Usually there are 10-minute rains or 20-minute, and that's it. And sun comes back out and everything's gone,
Yeah, you never know it rained.
No.
Next shout out goes to what is it? RK Reich 1, who bought us 5 coffees and says, hello, CBD. As I promised on last meet and greet at Fraser's that I would buy you guys a coffee when I return home. Well, I'm still in Korea, he goes on to say.
Okay.
So thank you for that, RK1. RK Reich 1, he says, I'm still in Korea and enjoy watching CTA live YouTube this morning. Looking forward to seeing you around September or October this year. Thank you, Ron.
Ronnie gets
Ronnie,
he gets
thank
all
you
around.
so much, Ronnie.
I think he's Florida,
Yeah,
Korea,
yeah,
Thailand.
yeah.
But I think he loves Thailand.
He does.
And I think part of it's, you save money here.
He did. He says, Cooper, I promised you I was going to buy you some
Yes.
coffees. Thank you, Ron. Much appreciated.
Ron's a great guy. He wants to buy me a beer, but I'm okay. I have 2 beers. That's in my limit. So thanks anyways. Dennis L. at Robert, laughing out loud.
Yeah, so you put 555. That means laughing out loud in Thai. Why does it mean laughing out loud in Thai 555? Because you say the Thai word for 5 is ha.
Ha.
H-A. So ha ha ha. There you go.
Ain't you just a fountain of knowledge? Terry Fallon, Brooke, I join you for those kebabs for sure. Yes, you will.
I was the one that got you onto the kebabs.
You are. So
yeah.
I never had a kebab in my life till I got to Thailand.
Yeah, until I brought you out here and I said, you got to try this, Brooke. You'll love it.
Even the name sounds funny. Kebab. I don't know about that. Yeah.
That's Mr. Brooke Schneider. If you've never tried something, I don't know. And then you give it to him, it's like,
oh shit, this is good.
You got something here, Coop.
Yeah. And I actually tried one of the lamb kebabs. You told me, but no, I prefer the
chicken.
The chicken, yeah. Jack Bree, best place to buy cigars?
There's a cigar shop on 2nd Road in Pattaya. That's very good. It's the International Cigar Factory, it's called.
Okay.
And it's not a factory, it's just the name of the shop, but they've got over 100 different, probably several hundred different cigar brands there that you can buy.
Nice. And they got cigar lounges too.
There's cigar bars here.
Yeah.
You know,
you can have an expensive cigar.
Just for those that like to smoke cigars
yeah.
and have a drink, and they can smoke inside.
Yep.
They don't have to go outside to smoke. It's just for cigar smokers.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, they got a little bit of everything, Jack.
Right next door to Fraser's is a cigar lounge. Yeah.
Richard Woolley, I just noticed a kebab in my fridge that I must have brought the other day drunk.
Nuke it.
Yeah, nuke it, Richard. Hopefully it's not too old. Mark Schaefer. Hello, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene. Good to see you all today. Good
and thank you, Mark. And thank you for being a channel member with a badge next to your name and coming on and joining us. Much appreciated.
Dennis L., they call them gyros in
gyros.
the States.
Gyros in the States, yeah. The kebabs.
Gyros better.
gyros or
Gyros. Who knows?
I know the Greek
Anyways,
gyros
even
are
that
the
name
best.
sounds worse.
They're better than the ones in Thailand. Go to Greece.
Well, Greece would obviously have good
Gyros, the
Turkey. I
best
think,
I've
as
ever
well.
had in my life. Oh my
Okay.
God, they're delicious.
Robert Pierpont, I've never heard anyone ask this before. How much Thai can each of you speak after your time there? Well, maybe 4 words.
You 4?
You have a little more, but
Me, maybe 50.
okay.
About 50 Thai words. But I've never been able to speak it fluently because I'm sort of tone deaf. And the Thai alphabet is all about tones. So it's a very hard language to learn for foreigners.
Yeah, and the younger you are, the easier it is to learn. So if kids can learn a language very quickly; they pick it up. But what I tend to do, Robert, is rely on what's called Google Translate, and I have used that extensively, and it works. So I'll go to Macro. I'm looking for a product in Macro. I need a drain cleaner the other day, so I just simply drain cleaner. What do you recommend? And show they don't speak English, but they sure read. Oh yeah, it took me right to the product. Bingo. So
yeah,
you get around those things by not having to speak Thai. I also, like with my agent Singh, he speaks fluent Thai and fluent English. So bingo, he's the go-between for that avenue.
But I find a lot of the establishments out here where foreigners tend to flock to do speak English. For example, Fraser's, all the waitresses speak English in there.
Yeah.
Wombat and Kiwi Bar, another great place. All the staff speak English in there. You'll see signs outside of some of the restaurants and places. Staff needed, must speak English.
Yeah. I found it very interesting. You said about Rio, Brazil.
Nobody spoke English.
Nobody spoke English.
No.
Only
in the hotel. Once we got out the hotel, we were screwed.
Oh, wow.
Not even the taxi driver could speak English.
Yeah.
Not a word.
Where here, you go to the pharmacy or you go down to the Rompo market, you go in any of the little bars on the way, there's English spoken, some spoken English maybe, but they understand you.
Yeah.
David Lowe, see the crackdown on short-term rentals with no hotel permit in the Thai news may make even more condos available for discount on a long-term rental.
Yeah, they've cracked down on it big time, David. The Thai police have been going around raiding condos, those that are
Airbnbs or short-term rentals.
1 day, 2 days, 1 week, whatever.
Not allowed.
And they've kicked out all the people living there that were under the 30-day lease.
Yeah.
They were like, nope, go to a hotel. This is not a hotel. The condominium law has been enforced for many years. And if you want to stay in a condo, you must be a minimum of a 30-day stay.
Yeah.
Condos are not hotels. If you want a hotel, there's a hotel down the road. See ya.
I was talking to somebody. They were in the office when a couple walked in with their cases, went up to the counter. Yeah, we're here to check in.
I saw that.
I guess from Airbnb or something. No, there's no check-in. Like, hello.
Yeah,
geez,
exactly.
It's not a hotel.
106 people online, 76 likes.
Wow,
getting there. Only 24 more needed.
Yeah, come on.
Yes,
guys.
please hit the thumbs up.
There, even smile. Michael Feinberg. Hi, gang. I wanted to confirm the U.S. tax treatment on Misty. Can you please elaborate on the different scenarios related to U.S. tax treatment when receiving distribution dividends each year? Many thanks.
Yes, if you're a U.S. citizen and you're getting dividends, you will not get taxed on your dividend payments, but you do have to declare them at the end of the financial year, and you will be taxed accordingly. If you're not a U.S. citizen and you're into the U.S. stock market, Misty, you'll be taxed 30%. Unless you fill out a declaration online with your brokerage account, in which case they will lower it down to 15%, and that gets taken out automatically before you get the dividend.
Yeah, certain things.
So tax withholding.
Each country is different on their tax treatment. Most of them will do a 15.
Yeah.
The U.S. is standard. If there's no tax treaty or whatever, and it's leaving to a non-U.S. citizen, it's 30%. So the tax treaties will lower it. Some as low as 10%, Coop.
Yeah.
So that's a benefit if you've got that treaty. But 15 now, it's considered regular income. It's not really a dividend. So if you're in Canada, it's not considered a dividend, which is taxed at a lower rate. It's regular income. So that's kind of, I'm assuming, Michael, you're a U.S. citizen. U.S. citizens get 100% of the money.
Yes.
They just get some sort of slip at the end of the year. Hey, this is your income for the year. So,
and then you get hammered with tax at the
yeah,
end of the year.
Bubba would have got a big one.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, Bubba had to pay a pretty big tax load. But, you know, it's like a month and a half of dividends to pay the taxes for the year for Bubba. So,
yeah,
well done. But yeah, no, that's how it works. Jeffy Trio, I was wondering, can I get a studio for $200 a month, US, hopefully, in low season in your condo units?
Probably not.
200 would be about 600.
6,000.
Yeah, no, you'd be a little more than that, Jeffy. Some places you could, you know, older buildings, maybe different locations, but yeah, that's pretty low. But
that is pretty low. Yeah.
I would think you'd want to. You're probably going to have to up that. Definitely 300 would get you.
Yeah, 300.
You know, 250, 275, 300 American definitely would get it. Depends how good you negotiate. But
yeah, and depends on the length of stay too. That's a big factor. The longer you stay, the more the price goes down. If you're doing a year, you'd really want to be on a year's contract to get around about $280, $300 for the year.
And you know, why go that low? I mean, you know, if budget's that tight and that's all you can afford, you maybe have to look at a different type of building, as I don't think you're going to get that price point here.
No.
But hey, 300, you'll definitely probably get one, 350, even a one bedroom instead of the studio. But yep. Robert Pierpont at Michael Feinberg. If you are in the U.S., it's taxed just like regular income, as we said. If you are out of the country, it's different.
Correct.
Nick J. Pattaya is the worst place to retire, especially for a single man. Well, some people would beg to differ.
It goes on to later in the comments.
Terry Fallon, guys, just let the dog out. And can you guess what's falling out there? Snow. I'm sure you can.
The white fluffy stuff. And Mick goes on to say the temptation to drink alcohol is very high. Best to avoid Pattaya. We live in Jomtien, 3 miles away from Pattaya, as the crow flies. And I have several subscribers out here that are members of AA, Alcoholic Anonymous. And they have daily meetups and they have their own club out here, and no problem for them. You don't have to be drinking to have fun, Mick. There's so much to do out here. You don't have to go to bars to drink. Brooke and I will go out and we'll only have maybe one beer and then come home and we'll have a meal, play some pool, come back. You know, you don't have to, you know, drink 20 beers or 10 shots of Jack Daniels to have a great time in Thailand. It's not necessary. You know, it's there if you want to, but no, it's no pressure. A lot of our subscribers, teetotal, don't drink at all. And Dennis L doesn't drink, doesn't like alcohol.
Good.
And, you know, several of our other subscribers don't like alcohol.
We'll go out for the day, the mall, never have a drink.
Yep.
You know, other times you might go out with the boys, like meet and greets. Usually limited to 2 beers. You know, and that's fun time too. So,
yes. If you're somebody that's weak and you know you can't avoid temptation, I can understand where you're coming from, Mick. But if you're somebody that's adamant, hey, I'm done with alcohol, you know, I just want to enjoy my life, and you know, I'll keep to my Coke Zero, as I say.
I have, you know, I'll go to that Kiwi Wombat bar for breakfast the odd time, maybe once a week. I have seen guys drinking beer at 9 a.m. in the morning.
I know.
And I shake my head, but then, hey, everybody's different. So one thing I will say, if you do like an odd beer, the bars here, you get these cold beers, and some of the boys we know these places well. They know where the coldest beer and the happy hours are. 60 baht. That's like $1.70 a beer. You know what I mean? So, and they're cold beers. They like that. So, yeah. Robert Pierpont, it's terrible that Misty can't be a qualified dividend where it's taxed at a lower rate, and it can't be because it's not really a dividend. Correct. Like, sometimes it's a repayment of your money. So it's, for example, if they pay those $4 dividends, I don't know if they were making $4 for each share. They might have been making $3.50 and decided to get it up to 4 and pay 50 cents of your own money back. So yeah, you want to watch that, but yeah, do your research on that, guys. Like anything, and see what the returns are, so you make your own decision. Jeffrey Spivey. So to make sure I understand, if I book a condo at Dusit 2 for at least 30 days, then it's okay?
Correct. It
Yeah.
has to be a minimum of 30 days, Jeff. It's the Condo Act. It came into law in Thailand many years ago. It's not something new. It's just a lot of landlords weren't enforcing it. So the government stepped in, the police, and said, we'll enforce it for you. And because hoteliers were losing money is why they brought in this law, that those who were here under 30 days had to stay in a hotel.
Yeah.
Or a condo hotel is another option.
Government's trying to protect the hotel business.
Exactly.
Obviously.
So hence why they brought in the law, and then a lot of people started circumventing it and putting it on Airbnb and other websites. And condo people that came over and bought condos in Thailand were upset. It's like, hang on, the elevator is always full with suitcases, people coming and going every single day. This has got to stop. I bought this to retire, not to have it used as a hotel. And the government does listen.
Yeah.
And they started enforcing it.
So they were circumventing the laws by, dealing one-on-one, giving them the key card. They'd simply come in, key card worked, everything was fine. So Dusit decided to put in the facial recognition. And in order to get the facial recognition, you have to show the lease.
Yes.
It has to be a minimum of 30 days. So forget these 3-day rentals, 7-day rentals.
Now they can't even get in the complex.
They can't even get in the complex.
No.
So, good on them.
Yeah.
Yep. Do it legal, follow the rules, and you'll be fine.
Can't get in the complex, can't get in the buildings, can't use the elevators. They put facial recognition on everything here.
And I do recommend, for first timers, or you're saying in a new area and you're looking for a place to stay long term, take a hotel for 2 days, 5 days, whatever. Gives you lots of time to do boots on the ground searching. Oh, yeah. And Cooper and I mean, Jesus, we looked at 30 places in under 2 weeks, and we found what we like. So
yeah, you can find it. Oh yeah, you definitely find it,
especially in low season, guys. Tim P, good day to the CBDJ gang. Greetings from Edmonton, Alberta. I'm late to the stream, but I hope all is well your way.
It is, and thank you, Tim, for coming on and joining us.
Another cold place in Canada, Edmonton.
It is.
Jesus. Been to Calgary, but not Edmonton. Robert Pierpont, is Airbnb also blocked on villas or houses?
Different rules for them.
Different rules, yeah.
Yeah, you can do it through houses.
Yeah.
And villas. It's not blocked that I know of. On condos, it is.
It'd be pretty hard to block them, I would think, because you wouldn't have a central juristic office or anything like that. So
no.
Probably there, Robert, you're dealing one-on-one with the owner, and hey, whatever you decide.
You'd be okay, because a lot of them are not part of a housing association as
right.
such.
How many likes are we up to now, Coop?
We are up to 82, 113 people watching. That's it.
Oh, come on. Step up.
And that's it. We're at the final comment. So we're going to go enjoy our swim meet with our subscribers right now. And the children are really looking forward to it and having a blast. We got one final comment come in from Expired Passport Bro. Says, Coop, any update on the 30-day visa, or is it still 60? Still 60 at this moment in time. If and when that changes, Expired Passport Bro, I'd be more than happy to let you know. And Mike Cuffin says, with the facial recognition, how do you get in to look at a possible purchase at Dusit? You go to the office at the front, and they have sales staff there. They will take you in and show you the units. So even if you're looking at renting, if you want to look at the units first, the office staff will bring you in under their facial recognition, show you the unit, and you can say, yes, no, I want to rent it or not. They can take you in to do that. But for anybody else coming off the street, we've been to reception, at the outside the building. And I've seen people standing out there with suitcases and they can't get in. That's like, can you get in? Yeah, I'm on the facial recognition. Can you open the door so I can get in, please? No, got to go to the juristic office and register with them to get your face put on the system. Oh, but they won't let me. I'm only staying here for 1 week. Sorry, buddy.
Then you're
I
breaking the
can't
law.
help you. But I'm not going to let you in because they're now put up a sign that says if you do, there's a fine.
Yeah.
So I'll get fined for helping somebody else get in, and I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, no, that's not
but
your job.
But the thing is, if you live here and you want to have friends come over
That's
and
okay.
visit you, you can bring them in with you.
Yep.
But if they're people that you're helping off the street to get in and circumvent the system to go to their rooms, yeah, then it's a fine.
Yep.
So they are clamping down on it big time out here.
If you got a 2-bedroom and you got a friend visiting for a week, 2 weeks, lots of people
That's okay,
do that.
yes.
You're okay. You simply, and they'll put their face right on there and they'll be fine. But
it's like us having the kids here for 6 weeks. It's not a problem.
Not a big deal.
Yeah.
No.
We spoke to management. They said, yeah, no problem. And Live and Learn, where Mike says, thanks, guys. Thank you, Mike. We're wrapping up now. Expired Passport Bro says, heard the other day tourist numbers are down. They are, especially from China, because the earthquake scared a lot of Chinese.
Help.
Yeah. And then there's some stuff going on with the tariffs and Thailand and exporting, importing. And basically, it's governments arguing between themselves, and the tourism is down from the Chinese, but everybody else, it's way up. So spins and roundabouts, as we like to say. Roger Walker says, thanks, enjoy your day. You too. Thank you, everybody that came on and joined us. And then if you're watching on the replay, hit that thumbs up. It's free. It doesn't cost a penny. And until next time, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are.
Stay safe.
Stay safe and stay tuned.